My dad often asks me, haven't I played with marbles or a top or with the tire and you keep beating it and it keeps going forward? And I tell him, I don't know what you're talking about. But today in Bengaluru, at the Halli Habba, the average Bengalurian will get to experience the real side of rural India. No cars, no computer, no cell phone. This is how rural India lives and enjoy their life. Take a look. Rural India continues to have its share of problems even today, but there is a side to the village life which is filled with fun, laughter and joy. Once a village, Bendakaluru today is one of the fastest growing cities in the world. But Bengalurians got a taste of the rural flavor at the first edition of Halli Habba. Halli Habba is the initiative of an NGO called Vidyaranya, which works towards empowering the less fortunate citizens of our nation. In order to give them an exposure to the urban side of India, the NGO helped villagers from various parts of Karnataka to display their talents in art, games, craft and food. The organizer tells us more.
Habba, we want to support more number of mentally challenged children. That's what we are organizing here. So here the major attraction, rural games, rural food, rural art and culture and rural life. So the major attraction nowadays in corporate world people are missing what is rural games. So we are giving an exposure for them to play Lagori, Bugari, like Gilli Dande, all kind of rural games. So when we are taking food like ragi roti, uchal chutney, pongal, all traditional foods are available here.
Conducted at Freedom Park, the once prison was instantly converted into a village fair, hosting some of the oldest games played in rural India. Everything from Bugari, Gilli Dandel, Kuntabilla and arm wrestling was played at the venue, much to the amusement of Bengalurians. Transport Minister Ramalinga Reddy, who was present at the event, did not waste any time in playing Lagori. He spoke about the unique event and urged Bengaluru to support this initiative wholeheartedly.
ಬಹುತೇಕ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭಾಳ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳ ವಾಸನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಹುಟ್ಟು ಬೆಳೆದಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ವಾತಾವರಣ ಇದೆ ಅದು ಪರಿಚಯ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಈ ಆಟಗಳು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಈ ಲಗೋರಿ ಮತ್ತು ಚಿನ್ನಿ ದಾಂಡು, ಬುಗುರಿ, ಗೋಲಿ, ಚೌಕಾಬಾರ, ಚಿನ್ನೆಮಣಿ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದಂಥವ್ರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಥವಾ ನಗರದ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳ ಸೊಬಗು, ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳ ಆಟಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಲ್ಚರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
Many folk dancers were seen at the event entertaining the audience with their unique style of rural dance. As the drums were beating, for the first time city children were seen engaging themselves with the wheel and stick game. Surprisingly, the visitors were thoroughly enjoying themselves and were seen taking part in various village pastimes like arm wrestling,
something which we have played when we were kids, so it's more of different experience to play it again. Probably we haven't played it for almost many 10 years, probably decade. So it's a nice experience to play and have fun.
The villagers, of course, were happy entertaining the audiences, but there is a sad truth about each of these performers. Many of these performers are never taken seriously in their villages and are often considered as a burden by their families as they earn a pittance.
ಅದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ. ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕದು. ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಪೂಜಾ ಕುಣಿತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಡೊಳ್ಳು ಕುಣಿತ, ತಮಟೆ, ನಗಾರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಒಂದು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಸಿಗೋಲ್ಲ. ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 3 ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. 3 ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಅಂತ 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 ಇದರ ಸರ್.
Some of these performers have been trained since childhood and do not know anything else. But most of these performers are slowly contemplating on quitting this form of art, or at least will not let their children continue in the same. They move like they actually were that tall, but they are not. So I'm going to ask this gentleman here, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರೇನ್ರಿ?
ಮಾರುತಿ ಕುಮಾರ್.
ಮಾರುತಿ, ಆ 2 ಕೋಲು ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಹೇಳಿ?
ಅದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನಿಂದ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಒಂದು 3 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಕೋಲುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಗ್ರಿಪ್ ಸಿಗಂಗೆ ಆಯಿತು.
ಹೌದಾ? ಇವಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೈಟ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೈಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು?
5 ಅಡಿ.
5 ಅಡಿ. 5 ಅಡಿಯಿಂದ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? ಏನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಭಯ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಆ ಕೋಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಬೀಳಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಭಯ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗಲೂ ಇದೆ.
ಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಓಡಾಡಲ್ಲ.
ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಂಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು?
ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ 5, 6, 8 ಈ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು.
ಹೌದಾ? ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ. ನಾವು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ. ನಾವು ಹಾಳಾಗಿದ್ದಲ್ರ ಅವ್ರಿಗಂತೂ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
ಅದೇ ಏನು ಈ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಹೇಳಿ?
ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉಗಿತಾರೆ. ಏನು ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀನು ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗು ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಉಗಿತಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇದೇನೋ ಬಿಡೋಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಅವತ್ತಿಂದ ಕಲ್ತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಫೀಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋರ ಕೆಲಸ ಬೇರೆ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಬೇರೆ. ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋದು ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ, ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಭಾಳ ದೂರ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. Ladies and gentlemen, they might have lost interest in this art, but when you look at it, It looks so nice and looks so pleasant. I really wish folk art or folk dances like these and variety like this really flourish in the city as well. Only if you give them a chance, like we've shown you on the TV. While it is indeed sad to know about the life of rural performers, they continue to selflessly entertain the crowds. Many expats at the event also enjoyed the Halli Habba. This is Fernanda from Brazil, who works as a volunteer for an NGO in Bengaluru. She says that she's never experienced India like this before and took part in most of the events at Halli Habba. Interesting people here. I've got Fernanda from Brazil. Hi Fernanda. I've got Saldin from Ladakh. And both of them come from, of course, she's come from North India, she's come from a different continent altogether, Brazil. Now, talking about Brazil, there is this carnival every year.
Yeah.
Huge affair. So what is the comparison between the carnival in Brazil and Halli Habba here in Bengaluru?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. The people having fun and music, dancing, but people are different. The songs they're kind of different, but it's the same. People having fun is just the same. Yeah.
For somebody like you who's in North India, to get a flavor of South India and the raw South India, the folk art, folk music, village food. How's the experience been so far for you?
Yeah, it's been a great day for me, and especially like the sports and the music. We are kind of similar somewhere because all the rural sports we also play there in Ladakh, in our villages, and the beats also, the drums. We also have the similar kind of drums, but a slower tempo, slower pace. And then about the art, I saw one guy dancing with a huge thing over his head.
This guy?
No, like some other guy. It weighed like 50 kgs, and we too have not too heavy, but a similar kind of dance over there also. So I can there are differences, but I am appreciating the similarities more. So
Awesome. I think the rural sport in Brazil is football.
Yeah.
Can I say that very safely? They're crazy about the game.
Yeah. Everybody.
But here you can see different kind of things. You can see people playing. It's called kuntabala, when you play with one leg, and there's also the caterpillar you play with. There's also the tire we roll on the streets. Yeah, it's a very popular thing in thing. You told me that you can do a bit of samba for us. Can you?
But now they're not playing.
They're not playing the beats. But could you show a bit of samba if you don't mind?
Yeah, samba we play. We dance samba in carnival in Brazil.
Okay, how's
so.
that? How's that? Can you?
Oh my God.
A little bit. Okay. Oh, right. Wow, what a sport. Thank you so much, Fernanda.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you and speak to you. Thank you so much. What a time we're having here at Halli Habba. So it's not just Bengalurians, it is also expats, it's also foreigners who are here enjoying and soaking in the rural flavor of India. The visitors also got a chance to shop at the Halli Habba, which had handicrafts, saris, jewelry and many other products designed by the villagers. The event also had other unique attractions like the grandma tales. In villages, grandmothers often tell stories to groups of children. The same was witnessed at the Halli Habba. One could also see fortune tellers with guinea pigs at the event, which was a rare sight. If not fully convinced, the city kids certainly enjoyed themselves indulging in games, art and craft. It's 4 o'clock, the school just got over. What are you going to do? Go play computer games? Nah, you got to go and play some rural games. Or rather, do some molding with the clay and create some beautiful pots. What's up guys, what's happening? young kids out here. Tell me, why did you choose to mold this particular pot with clay?
Because it was new for me.
Okay.
I didn't see this somewhere. So I thought to have this. We can have it very less in Bangalore.
Okay.
So we came to this spot and we saw this, so I buy this.
Okay, awesome. What is your... Whoa! What's your experience like?
Actually, before we never had like this. All the students and children forgot the rural games, and here there are like gilli danda, bugri, goli aata, then many more games of rural.
Awesome. So, awesome. All you guys, okay, tell me on the count of 3, 2, 1, how much you like Halli Habba. Say, we love Halli Habba, okay? 3, 2, 1. But the real showstopper was the food, which was prepared exactly in the rural style. Jawhar roti, holige and other delicacies were sold at counters, which were enjoyed thoroughly by the visitors. If you are still reading about all this in textbooks, then wait for the next edition of Halli Habba to experience the rich culture of rural India. With camera person Sudhakar, Vivek Vinayak reporting for News 9, Bengaluru.